Okay. Is today going to be the day? Is today the day? Is today the day we break out of this range, please? Is it gonna happen? Chat, what do you think? Is today the day? Or is it not the day? What's gonna happen? That's something we're gonna figure out on the live stream. Just to make sure from the beginning, this is no alcohol, okay? No alcohol. It's 0.0. We don't promote alcohol. I also never know if I have to do that just because of YouTube's terms and conditions and whatnot, right? I mean, I better just say it at the beginning and then I don't have problems. Okay. FOMC today at 8 p.m. tonight, right? Or how late does he speak? I know the minutes are at 8 p.m. But I don't know what's happening other than that, actually. Oh. A new bit of news coming in the agenda. Oh, I didn't know that one earlier today. I didn't refresh. 4 p.m. It's an hour. Non-farm payrolls annual revision. Is this like important? I'm asking the fundamental squad here. I don't know. Let's see if we get some volatility. But is today the day? Oh, please. Let it be the day, yo. John. What's up, everyone? Good to have you here. Nice to have you. Adam, Serega, Carla, good morning from the US. Welcome from the other side of the world. Sam, how you doing? From Austria, was it? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so far it still continues, but the longer we go sideways, the higher the probabilities for price to break the range. So, oh boy, do I look forward to that moment, eh? I definitely want to catch it live if it happens, but you know, I have a schedule and a planning, and if I miss it, we miss it. But let's see what happens tonight. Maybe tonight will be a second stream if we get some volatility with the minutes coming out. Anita, welcome. Jen, catching you from the beginning so I can listen at normal speed. Yo, if you so I'm a bit of a quick speaker, like fast speaker, I suppose, at times. If you listen to me at 1.5 or 2x, yo, how do you even follow it? But yo, what's up, Jen? Good to see you here from the beginning. Maybe a Band-Aid, good morning. Dayon, Ali, J-Mac, what's up? Still busy ranging. Yeah, the FOMC today, Tarun, correct. Yeah, finally, that's the word, right? That's the word. Just do something. It makes me think of the meme, you know, the meme with Bitcoin, like where you poke that stick figure pokes with a stick like Bitcoin, like do something, you know. I mean, of course, in this range, there were great trades and some very nice opportunities. But now from an Elliott wave point of view, it's difficult to really like if you look for local setups from an Elliott wave point of view, it's not that simple. If you look at Elliott waves from a general perspective, like zooming out to a 4-hour time frame, or just like looking at this whole range, then the probabilities still remain to, of course, eventually take 63. But you got to find a place to put your stop and everything. So the longer price ranges, in the beginning, we had very clear strats and local counts and stuff, and that's perfectly fine. But now it also comes more down to having other tools besides Elliott waves to determine long and shorts. So, but yeah, that's stuff that I have myself. But from an Elliott wave point of view, as mentioned in the video 2 days ago, it doesn't really make sense to count this in a lot of detail anymore. Christian, good afternoon. John, you will drink my share. You can. I drink 0.0. Everyone, 0.0, right? No alcohol. I never really drink alcohol anyway. The labor numbers have been inflated. Yeah, that is correct, but they can induce some volatility. So I'm just interested in knowing the time. Martin, welcome, Austria. Okay, there we go. There we go. I reminded, or I remembered. Jenny, welcome. Mohip, I'm doing good, doing good. Looking forward to a bit of a stream and engaging with all of you. So Flotty, what's up? How you doing? Let's assume that Bitcoin will start impulsive structure late October. What will be the best count from an Elliott wave perspective? Late October. That's in 2 months. It's always difficult to answer these questions as of course a lot can happen in 2 months. But if you start an impulsive structure, I assume you mean upside, not downside. What's up, Chester B. Tester, Leva? So the end of October. What type of structure? Late October. Still a lot of time, eh? I mean, if you look for an impulsive structure, if you want to go and move up in late October, I would assume you'd either need to get that diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, look for 2, and then end of October you go in 3, right? Or you need a bigger 5 wave correction and then up. That would be what I'd be looking for, I suppose. There is the alternative of an expanding structure, look for a B, C, and then move to 45K and then move up. But as you can see, there's different options. Generally, it doesn't really pay off to look far into the future. Yes, of course, we have a weekly scenario, right, with targets, but we have a big target area as well. Where is price at a certain date? Those are generally questions that are difficult to answer. You can have estimations, but just like on the monthly chart, you can have an estimation of where price is, but it's difficult to know exactly, of course. Leva, welcome. Hope your cat is doing good, by the way. What was the name again? Simba, I believe. I'm not sure is that correct? Not sure if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. It is Simba. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I saw it on Instagram. Sam, interesting sell wall on Binance Perpetuals, 1200 Bitcoin at 60.5. Interesting indeed. Will be interesting to see what happens if price approaches it, to see if it disappears. You know what they sometimes like to do with the heat maps. Simba the White Lion. Exactly, Benny. What's up, Driftholics? Thomas, how are you doing today? I'm doing good, guys. So what we're going to do in today's stream is analyze the chart. It's just that I did the morning update, and I did the weekly, and I did the daily, and I did the 4-hour time frame. And honestly, there is just not much to add. I don't know if everyone here saw the morning update. I might do a quick summary of the morning update. But the only thing that really is new, on a 15-minute, we had the swing failure pattern here taking out the liquidity of the highs, and price moved down in a 3-wave structure. Right. So what I was keeping an eye on earlier, I had this 886 on my chart, right? Because if this is a double 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and then a 3 down, you don't want to hit the 886, but now we touched the 886. So at least a double 1-2 has a lower probability, which means in a more bearish scenario, you only really have a flat. Now you hit the target area for a flat, right? The blue box, this area. But then you need a 5-wave structure up. And at the moment, this is very 3-wave-ish, not really 5-wave-ish. So yeah, it's the fact it's a 3-wavy structure to the downside, increases probabilities. This is corrective. Doesn't really look like a 1, 2 or a 1 flat in 2. Besides, C would be very long compared to A and B as well. So it looks better as a 3 waver. And I have seen different counts in gold, but by all means, probabilities increase to take the high because of it being a three wave structure. But oh, we hit support here. When I open my folders and I show you some of the levels around price, you can see there's not much going on where price is now. Of course, I can pull a volume profile to the beginning of the range. We are literally on top of the point of control. But then again, yeah, you have a value area high here, 60.4, 60.5K in confluence with the high of the gap. That's pretty much it. I don't really have any of my well-known horizontals here anymore, right? We hit the daily naked point of control yesterday here. That was resistance, moved down in a straight line to the daily naked point of control below, acting as support. That's pretty much that. But of course, we will analyze the chart. But yeah, it won't really be any new information, really. Not much has happened. If there's nothing update, basically we may as well count the 1 minute. There's always stuff to talk about. But the 1 minute is something that I'll stay away from. that is your cup of tea. You know? We'll be starting October. Okay, I see. Yeah, I don't really know about the time, but let's see. You know, it would be a message to remember. Yeah, John, of course, the potential for some 1-2s. What's up, QZ World? 5 minutes. Do you also use moving averages? I do not. I do use CVD, but that's the only indicator I use. What's up, Yannis? How are you doing? So let us start. Now, for the ones that saw the morning update, I'm going to do a summary. But then we are going to do a lot of chat and Q&A because the analysis, it's, yeah. You know, it's not there's not much going on really. So let me give you a quick summary here, right? And then get this done, and then eventually get into chat and Q&A, answer as many questions as I can. So, 18 minutes in, bullish scenario in the weekly, higher probability 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Target for 4 is hit 5, 81K, 129K. This is your conservative bullish scenario. Your most bullish is a double 1, 2, but at the moment this has a higher probability 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the weekly time frame. We have an important support here. We were looking actually for price to hit it, or at least we kept an eye on this support when price was ranging here. We knew it didn't yet hit this or retested it, but we have done it now, and we also have done it on a high amount of volume on the daily, not actually on the weekly. So that is interesting, but yeah, you don't want to move back inside this range. As if you move back inside, retest and change the structure, that would be problematic for the bulls because then the probabilities increase to move to the point of control, which pretty much invalidates a bull market. So of course, for the bulls, you actually want to hold that low. On the daily time frame, right, 3-wave corrective structure ABC for the bulls, of course, preferably finished, ending on a high amount of volume. Now, as per Elliott Wave International, the identity holders, I suppose, of Elliott Waves, right? Elliott Wave International. They say that corrective structures do like to end on a high amount of volume and then continue the bigger trend. Now, you definitely have a wick here on a higher amount of volume. This is a wick after a very long sideways structure. So from a narrative perspective for the bulls, actually seeing a high amount of volume in this low here is actually what you want to see. Of course, after this, you want to see continuation and not, you know, keep ranging here for another couple of months. No, but at least in the bullish scenario, having a high volume low is positive. So you want to have bullish structures on the 4-hour time frame. There's currently 2, either the diagonal here, where wave 1 is a 3-wave structure, ABC, double zigzag in 2, move up in 3, 4, 5, down in 2, preferably a deep retracement continuation. This might be your up at the end of October type of scenario that Mohib was talking about, right? At the end of October, you might actually then get your push. All of these zigzags can take quite a lot of time, right? So yeah, absolutely possible to then be around November before you actually get a push. And your second scenario is by far the most bullish, which is just a multi 1-2. And the reason why a multi 1-2 is at least something to keep in mind is also because of the CVD divergences that we have going on here. Bullish CVD divergences everywhere you look, bull here, bull here, bull here. Yes, we have, I think, bearish here as well. But then locally we have again bull. So it's just something to keep in mind. It is something you do like to see when you do build multiple 1-2s. This, of course, looks like very much a three-wave structure. The only reason to at least have a slim chance of this being an impulse is the second leg up. And if we want to count an impulse here in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it doesn't really work. On most exchanges, your wave 3 is actually shorter than wave 1 and 5. Plus, you have this little bounce here, and this one doesn't have any friend, right? You actually want to see a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. We never really got that last 4, 5. So this range here might be a wave 4 of a diagonal 1, so a very big wave 1. You get your 2. You then have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, 5. I know it looks absolutely ridiculous, but that is the bullish alternative of counting a 5-wave structure in here, where wave 3 is longer than wave 5. This range now gets a number. This one is not alone anymore because it is connected to this wave 4. There is no overlap between wave 1 and wave 4 as well. So it has at least something to consider, but that would be the only way to count it as a wave 1, with then a double zigzag in your 2, WXY, zigzag, correction, zigzag, and then you want to continue up, creating another 1, another 2, another 1, another 2, potentially a couple of 1-2s and up. Now, even if price would move below 57.8, this scenario is not invalidated. You just have to remove the white 1-2. We still have the blue 2, right? I can put it here, but if we make another low, I can put it here. Your invalidation is 56.1. Your bearish scenario on the weekly remains lower probabilities till we really see strong signs of weakness. Is a bigger three-wave structure, WXY or ABC. Minimum target is the low 30s. And at the moment, yeah, even this range here has a higher probability of being corrective, not impulsive. So it's a scenario we have to keep in mind. We have to be prepared, but it doesn't have the highest probability. And in this particular case, again, minimum target would be 30K for a WXY. Wave Y can be a zigzag, 5, 3, 5. Continue a flat ABC, which would wreck the whole of Bitcoin. And then you have a potential triangle, which is completely irrelevant based on this here. And your most bearish scenario would be a C below 15. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You need a very big move down. Bearish scenario on the daily also has a lower probability. 1, 2, 1, 2 down. Preferably for this wave 2, you do make another high here. That would be nicer, at least. Reason this is low probability, wave 2 hit the 886, very rare for 2. Common for a wave B or a wave X, increasing probabilities, all of this is corrective. But then again, it's at least good to know and be prepared. Alternative scenario is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expanding diagonal, very rare, never preferred unless every other scenario fails. And also here, preferably, you do look for actually locally still another high, and that's just based on this range here, which we'll get to now. So on the 4-hour time frame, look, if you are very bearish, then you want an ABC here finished, and they have a leading diagonal expanding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same story, very rare, never preferred unless everything else fails. 3-wave up, ABC, and then you basically just want to tank. Build a couple of 1-2s and down you go. Lower probabilities, good to be prepared. If price does move below this low, then 55K and 53K, the two support boxes here, are going to be very important. Those are never, for me, going to be limit order longs. because of the potential of continuation, right? So I need to observe the reaction. Your bearish scenario, a second bearish scenario would be a 3-wave W, X, and then a wave Y. Now there's many opportunities, many counts for X. It doesn't make any sense to put anything on the chart for X. X can be finished, X can make another low, X can finish over here. There's literally no reason to think about what X may do. The most important thing is your minimum target for Y at the moment is 64.6, taken from the low to the high to the current low on the chart. So based on the probabilities between the bulls and the bears, on the weekly time, it's nothing has changed really, of course. So weekly bullish on number 2 bearish. On the daily, context-wise, we made a low on a high amount of volume on some good support. So there is, from a contextual perspective, something to say about bullish continuation, right? With the low to be in and looking for continuous upside. We have bigger bearish CVDs as well, which is always interesting. And we do, of course, want to see this high taken. It's just about, if you take 63, what happens next? Do you get a bigger impulse up? Do you get like zigzag structures to the upside? If you do, it opens the probabilities for a WXY bearish scenario or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading diagonal. So it's a matter of time, really. And then on the 4-hour, probability is higher to take this high, because an expanding diagonal is very rare, never preferred, unless everything else fails. Yeah, and there's no impulsive structures here really. And then on the 1 hour, it's the same. Yeah, got to be prepared. If you do take this low, then at least we are aware of potential continuation. But even a wave X can take the low and still move up. So yeah. So that is what's happening from an Elliott wave point of view. And again, it doesn't make any sense to analyze this whole range in detail. It's much more fun to keep an eye on local structures, honestly, or zoom out. So either zoom in or zoom out, pretty much. And here we have a 3-wave structure to the downside. It does increase probabilities that this is corrective, not impulsive, which also increases probabilities to still take this high at some point. Now we also have quite a gap here. This was a very quick move towards the downside. Right, so if you do take this high, probability is high to move to 60.4, fill that gap. Locally, we have a couple of bullish CVD divergences, but after a swing failure, preferably I look for structure on the right side. And if we zoom in, you can see I shortly have turned my my stuff off, but let me turn it on. So I should actually go to a 5. There we go. So we had the bullish CVDs here, right? These plays out. Price here took the high. This bearish CVD is invalidated. And now there's not too much going on. Bit of bearish CVD, bit of bullish CVD. No, it's not much going on. So yeah, when let me finally look or show you the levels around price. So for the ones that have been here for a long period of time, you do know they're nicely respected. So this is what I currently have. Let me remove the boxes to make it more clear. And you can see that to the upside, we definitely have an area of 64 to 67 with some very interesting confluence there. To the downside, if you lose 58.4, then you only really have a bit of like 57.5 left. But if you lose 57.5, you're at 55 next. There's not much going on here. So that is good information to have. And then once you reach 55, that is where you have a couple of confluences with the daily naked point of control at 52.9. Now let's talk a little bit more about context, because of course, if you look at the most bullish scenario, which is this one, and we look for multi 1-2s, then be aware that your first wave 2 in green not that one. Your first wave 2 in green actually missed out on hitting the 0.5. It got close, right? But it didn't hit. The 382 is a minimum target for a wave 2. Your most common target area for 2 is the 05786. It's just a little bit of context. It's interesting to know, right? Yeah, we almost hit the 05, but we actually didn't. Even on log, no, on log we also didn't. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Of course, your second wave 2, I think, retraced to the golden pocket almost. At least it hit the 05, so that's perfectly fine. Your first wave 2, however, is very shallow. So good to know. But that's it. That's it. This is the probabilities. This is what we're looking for. Probabilities, of course, related to the Elliott wave theory. We as traders should not care about where price is. We can trade at 100K, we can trade at 30K, we can trade at 60K. Absolutely doesn't matter. We want to trade probabilities, not biases. So having a neutral feeling, a neutral bias is important, but looking at probabilities, right? That is what's tradable. So know your scenarios if you trade Elliott waves. Know your probabilities and what you're looking for. Maybe use some additional tools, something that I like to do as well. And happy trading, happy profits. This range again, right? This range was a very nice tradable range, very profitable. But from an Elliott wave point of view, I now lost interest in really trading this in a lot more. So yeah, I've had my short and longs in this area, but I don't really have too much interest anymore in participating from an only purely Elliott wave point of view, mainly just like looking at my other tools as well here in this area. So of course I know what I'm looking for, and if my plan, if my rules and my plan is hit, well, I'll enter. So yeah, time for chatting and Q&A. Bit more chatting and Q&A than usual. That's nice. I think I started around 15-ish. Bitcoin has been so boring. Yeah, the past 2 weeks have been interesting. For the new people here, no alcohol. It's also not beer, actually. It's more like a cider, but it's in a green bottle. What does the Oracle say? Ashley? Yeah? Up or down? Up or down? Yeah, can you shout it so that they... Can you guys hear it? Can you shout it louder? Shout now. Shout now. No, I'm not telling you what I think. Shout it. It's going up. Did you guys hear it? I'm in a loss. The Oracle doesn't trade. So she has her own business in real estate, but she's not involved with the markets. She has absolutely no idea what Bitcoin is doing, where Bitcoin is, and all of that stuff. But if you ask her a question about up or down, then I think she has a win rate now of about like 5 to 7. So, yeah, interesting. My background settings. Gradient, background, gradient. My color blue is custom. It looks like, at least. So this is the color code. And then I have black. And then, yeah, this is all the other stuff. Quick look up here. Simba, oh, this is where we were. What's up, KG? How you doing? For your membership, you still didn't start? Not yet, not yet. But it is like the problem is administration. So a website is coming, but from an administrative point of view, we need a system. Because if people are monthly involved and people quit or people change levels or go up and down, we need to somehow track that. But if people just send crypto using wallets, it's difficult to manage that. So I need a system, and there's a few systems out there. I checked, but yeah, at the moment, not yet. What's up, Attila? AMR Gouda, Netherlands. Yeah, CVD, like CVD there's bullish CVD, but patience. Yeah. Is subway 5 of 3 an extension because it goes too much more than the 0.618? Is subway 5 of 3? It depends on, I guess, the time frame you're talking about. It is possible, but the 0.618 is only one of the targets, right? You also have the 1-to-1, the 1.236 to the 1.618, upper half of the channel, end channel. But yeah, wave 5 of a wave 3 can be extended. It's more about structure. That's an interesting statistic, though. A DCA statistic. On the 1 hour, 1, 2, then 3 in ABC. That's how we created it. Or am I talking nonsense? So you don't really have a 1, 2, then 3. Yeah, I mean, in an ABC, you can have a wave A, which, right? So if you have a 1, a 2, and then a 3, you still need a 4 and a 5, and then you can label this a wave A for a zigzag. Then you need a 3B and a 5C. So you need a 3-wave structure. A 5-3-5 zigzag, double zigzag, triple zigzag to create a bigger diagonal. So for a diagonal, you then have more detail. So you can have a wave 1 zigzag, right? You can have a wave 2 being a double zigzag. You can have a simple zigzag again in 3. Then you can have, I don't know, maybe a triple zigzag in a 4, and then triple zigzag is very rare, but it just shows it's possible, and then eventually you connect the dots, and contracting diagonal is preferred. So in this case, the video to watch would be the diagonal video, right? So we go here, and then the diagonal video would be the one to watch. Where's it? Must be here somewhere. Contracting diagonal, this one. Or an expanding diagonal, these two. But yeah, that's the one you want to watch. Yeah, exactly. If you're a swing trader, then stuff that's happening on the 15 should not bother you. All of this feels trippy. Still, way too many people believe new all-time high is imminent. If I had to bet, I'd say downside without taking the 62.5k high. That's possible. That's why we are prepared with the scenario. I also think what's interesting from a psychology point of view, so this would be brilliant from a psychology point of view, is you do take out the high, but create another lower high, and then you tank. Which is another fake out. Because if people are really bullish, yeah, after all this ranging, maybe people are doubtful and they don't know anymore, like they don't know what's going on and whatnot. But if you actually move up and then down, that would definitely be the ultimate fake again. I mean, we had many. Alex O Crypto, is he here or is he not here? What's up, Otter Gang? How you doing? Verified Trader, Jens, what's up, guys? Welcome. What happened to Thought Drifter in the server? I actually don't know. I forgot. It's been a while. I don't know. People come and people go in time, of course. So yeah, I honestly cannot remember. 57-4-1-4 is a naked point of control. I have some confidence for us to bounce there. 57-4-1-4. Let me check. Where's mine? I don't have one at 57-4-1-4. I had. Did I have one a little bit higher? No, I don't have. At least not a daily naked point of control. I still have a daily. I think there was. Wait 1 second. I had a point of control here, which I think was hit. What's in my box? Oh no, the value are really low. Yeah, I don't actually have a point of control here, but I do have a box here with a daily. This daily naked point of control is hit. I had one here as well, but that's of course hit, so I removed it. And actually the blue one here, I can also remove this one now. Of course, the bearish CVD is here now played out. See what happens. Of course, when you think, so the thing is, when you think about Ethereum is looking really ugly. When you look at ETH, you're going to be thinking triangle or WXY. You're not going to be thinking bull market. And that same mindset has not yet trickled into Bitcoin. But we have covered ETH versus Bitcoin. And on ETH, it's a very ugly chart. Right? This is literally the chart of ETH. And that's where we are now. And there is not really a great way to count this bullish because of the range you have in the middle during the last leg up. Now, for ETH, the probabilities are higher to look for triangles or look for a WXY, where you then have your W, your X, and you look for a Y, and then you start something. So, but that same thought has not really yet translated fully into Bitcoin. We do have on Bitcoin, of course, the range here. That is why I always cover the bearish scenarios on the weekly. We do have this range here, of course, similar to ETH, but we have a much stronger start. Now, there's definitely potential WXY, and then a double zigzag, right? Tricky. So you have your ABC, you have your W, very shallow X, and then another ABC, that is your Y. And then on a bigger, you look for either ABC or WX, and then you have your Y, whatever your Y is, zigzag, flat structure. But it is something I am very aware of for the bears. So yeah, I would not mind seeing price moving down on the higher time frames, but we do need some significant weakness. So you know, and then again, as mentioned, if we do move down and go below, what is it, 56.1 here, that would be a start. But all of this ranging here, I mean, unless you really then look for the expanding diagonal, that's your, where is it? This would be your most bearish scenario. And that you now have like, I don't know, 1, 2, 1, 2, or this is a single 1, 2, and you continue down. That's of course what you're then looking for. So it's an expanding diagonal. Yo, Funderin, how you doing? Verified trader, welcome. Michael Medina, good to have you here. Nice. Ooh, in labor. These type of questions are completely irrelevant to me. Does look like an ending diagonal. An ending... What do you mean, Teos Navput? An ending diagonal. Of course, if we have a 49k low, you'd look for a leading diagonal, not an ending one. I don't really know. Ending diagonal. Okay, 1 hour, 4 hour point of control. It's good to know. 57.4. 41.952 is a weekly naked point of control. I have long orders set there. Let's see. $43, $40, $37.7, $37, $34, and then below this, you're basically back in the 20s. That would be something. Eh? Now, what I mean, look, from a just a trading point of view and psychology, if you can move up, hit the monthly and weekly here, create another lower high, faking out another all-time high, YOLO move, all-time high, 100 million Bitcoin, and then you go down. Like the greed comes back. We had a lot of fear here. Go back up, hit the levels, get the greed up, and then down. I mean, that would be, of course, I mean, it's a little bit wishful thinking in a way from a trader's perspective at the moment. But yeah, it would be nice. Would be nice. Yeah. Groceries for Mark. You need to eat. Now, excuse me for about repeating the same thing. I said that the real big impulsive to the upside will start same as last year. Share the same idea. Yeah, possibly. I mean, Bitcoin, of course, doesn't rhyme. It rhymes, but doesn't repeat. I don't know what all the previous impulses or bull markets have done with regards to October and November. But it is good to look. Like what I would recommend in that case is build some statistics on a daily time frame, monthly time frame, and check the stats of October, November in particular over the past years and see if October, November closed bullish or bearish. No. Exactly, QZ World. You want to, of course, you want to increase the confusion. Right? You wanna make people in a way FOMO. It's the same as like if you go back to videos we recorded in May when price was moving up here. Remember, I mean, this is a little bit for the OGs that were here in May, but we were making content here, and I explained in many live streams as price moved up that it was very difficult to end a correction here. WXY, ABC, and all that stuff. It didn't really work nice. So that is why, from a psychology point of view, we had the scenario to move down, make another low after moving up significantly. Now we touched the 886, which is nice. Also makes me think, by the way, while I say this, so this is interesting. This is interesting for two reasons, what I'm going to say now. It's interesting for the expanding diagonal bearish scenario, which is this one, and the bullish one for a double zigzag, which is X is finished here and you already move up. Now, if we count this as a double zigzag, WXY, we do have a little bit of a, it's not a problem, but it at the same time it might be. It is something I'm struggling with a little bit, and that is that wave X touched the 0.7, and the 0.7 is it really lowers probabilities for a double zigzag, a WXY double zigzag. But if we want to count this correctively, staying away from leading diagonals, being an expanding one, there's not a lot of options we have left. A zigzag, okay, but then we have a 3, we need a 3 and a 5, but then you have a running flat, right? You have an A, you have a B, you have a C. Now the 0.7 is not an invalidation for a double zigzag. It's just that it really lowers probabilities because it's such a high retracement for X. And when you think about a double zigzag, you actually want a very shallow retracement for wave X. 382, maybe even 236, 382, 0.5. The golden pocket is already quite far for a wave X in a double zigzag, because a double zigzag is a sharp move to the downside, not a ranging structure. And if wave X retraces too high, you get into ranging structures. However, I also personally do not really like to go against the bigger bullish CVDs that we have. Now, for example here, right, of course we had bullish CVDs here. However, locally, every bounce we had was met with bearish CVDs. And it was just down and down and down and down. There was no local strength, right? So far here we had bullish CVD, bullish CVD, bullish CVD. None of these have been invalidated. They continuously played out. And yes, we do have bearish CVDs here, right? But if I go to a 1 hour CVD chart, I mean, maybe I have to go to the 4 hour. Then you can see, yeah, we had a bearish CVD played out, right? And a bearish one here played out. Why is it so messy? I just changed some of my settings, so I might have to... Nope, definitely not. This is as clean as I can get it. Don't really like the fact I have 2 lines here, but that's the way it is. So, yes, we had bearish divergences in this range. We have them here as well. But we also have the bigger bullish ones, higher lows on price, lower lows on the CVD, and none of these have yet been invalidated. So that would be a start for the bears, right? Like if this becomes a diagonal, I mean, you pretty much want to have bearish CVDs taking over instead of the bullish CVDs. So, yeah. So that is another reason why 63 is so interesting. I'm happy to see downside. I mean, cheaper Bitcoin. No, I mean, why not? You know, if we go to 30, like low 40s or even the 30s, I mean, sign me up. You know, I'll be there. I'll be participating. But yeah, here we are. We're still at 60 with these bullish CVDs. So yeah, no alcohol. News in 15 minutes. Yes, 8 minutes left. Yeah, it would be nice to see something happen. Yeah, I agree. His thoughts drifted. KW. Being a 1-2 and in 2 we are making larger WXY from 49k. Oh, that's the bearish scenario. Yeah, that's a scenario, Cero. Yes, where you have a wave 1 down and then a WXY to the upside and then a move down. Yes, very much depends, of course, on the move that you then get up. But you want a WXY. Your most bearish WXY would be this, right? So you have your W, X, and then Y, and your Y turns into a triangle. That's, of course, your most bearish WXY because you'll never take 63 and you just tank. You're going to continue ranging for even longer. You know. Oh boy. And you just go sideways and sideways and then down. But what you then want to see is, yes, we have bearish CVDs here, right? But we don't have bearish CVDs here, right? So between these highs. So what I would like to see, if we do follow like a triangle, A, B, C, D, E, I want to see another, like, you know, go down, go up, and more bearish CVD. So you want to see those building. That would be your bearish WXY where you don't take 63. Alternatively, you have an expanding diagonal here, but these are very rare. Yeah. We need to be aware at some point the 4-year cycle will break. I see too much complacency with the fact it will pump because it has to pump at some point. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a very interesting topic. I think I completely agree. So you have, of course, the cycle theory. Now, first of all, I don't do anything with the cycle stuff. I just follow the waves and the probabilities. But breaking that cycle theory, I mean, we don't know. We might be talking absolute cock, right? But from a retail perspective, would it be so interesting to break that cycle theory? Right? Oh, the halving has been done, right? Now we get the biggest move in the bull market. And then just completely wreck everyone thinking that like that. Now, I mean, we don't know how often a cycle will still continue the way it does and like have high percentage moves after a halving and that sort of stuff. But I think this is a very interesting topic, yes, because Bitcoin so far has had incredible cycles, incredible pumps, incredible percentage moves, great profits. We might be working on a monthly multi-1-2, looking for another 180 and then down. You also have people that are talking about we're in a wave 3 now. So we are going to move to much, much higher targets, right? After a monthly 1-1-2, we go up to like a couple of $100,000. But at some point, and maybe even before you do it, you might want to go down. I'm not a bear, I'm not a bull. I really do not care. It's just that from a psychology perspective, I think what Blaster says is very interesting. When is it gonna fail, if ever? But yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting, because the moment it fails, that's gonna be your biggest opportunity. So it's just too. It's almost like too bullish. Now, I don't mind price going up. You just price going up and everything goes up and no problem. Happy to be part of it. But yeah, interesting times in the upcoming years. Yo, have a great day, Ali. XRP already started to dive. Bitcoin will follow. Yeah, I heard XRP is the leading coin in the crypto space. So if XRP goes down, we all go down. That being said, which of course is sarcasm, I'm interested to see what Bitcoin will do. If at the moment the probabilities are there to take 63, the main question is how. If you lose, if you lose 56.1, right? If you lose this here, the bearish potential is open, but 55k is important. Yeah, I don't use the liquidation heat map in my analysis. Good morning, Semolidi. I shared an ETH count in the group chat. Did you tag me, David, by any chance? I'll make sure to check it. What's up, Adam? How you doing? What news? We have this going on here. 4 p.m. non-farm payrolls annual revision. Lower time frame. So 886 is touched. Taken from this high to the low, another 3 wavy structure. Oh yeah, Discord. So someone said some Ethereum. Let me have a look here. It's wave 3 time news. What's up, John? Major David. Oh yeah, by the way, David, make sure you share trades that are yours, or charts that are yours. I do know that recently you shared, I think, a Bitcoin chart. I think this might be the same. Yeah, I don't think these are yours, are they? Because of course I can give feedback on these charts, but if the author of the chart is not here, you know, but launch a private course for Elliott wave patterns. My friend, what's better than a private course, having a public course with every Elliott wave pattern explained in a lot of detail? Yo, there you go. You can check it out. It's right there. Yeah. So let me at least have a look here. Okay, so on ETH it's a 1112. Yeah, the bullish count on ETH I have as well. The problem is the range in the middle of your one. So bearish scenario, that would be of course most bearish, but that would be a flat. Did we hit the 0.9? Maybe we did, but yeah, that would be a very bearish scenario. Yeah, bullish scenario is that's a problem. The range in the middle of ETH is an issue. Resistance touched. Nah, I mean your next, arguably your next resistance would be the high of the gap. We had a 5-minute order block here. We kept rejecting from this 5-minute order block, right? So price moved down, and we had a 5-minute candle, and then it continued down, and then resistance, we come down, resistance, we come down, resistance, we come down, and here we are again, just above. But now of course we just took this high, so I mean let us see what happens on the chart. Now what I do have to do is quickly do that. So the probabilities locally now played out because we were talking earlier about the 3-wave structure here. No? Higher probabilities to take the high. Check. Oh, let me keep this on. That's nice. And yeah, I don't understand. Is it bearish or bullish? You mean the news, Serhat? 618 touched. The probabilities were already low for this to be a wave 4. That's why I never spoke about it. I was not looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anymore, because this high here was made at like a 5, 6, I think maybe even 6-fib time. It's lower probabilities. But of course now time-wise plus price-wise 4 is out of the question, yeah. But Serhat, what do you mean with bullish or bearish? You mean the news? If so, I'm not an expert, so let me refresh. Maybe some of the fundamental guys have a better idea. Why can I not click on this? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know where to find the information. I can't click, so. But yeah, little bit of news. Very nice. Yeah, so private course, make sure to check out the public course. No need to pay, like, you know, it's out there. If you want to go to gold, that's fine. But in gold, it's more about feedback, right? And helping people to shorten the learning curve of Elliott waves. And of course, there's more videos in there and a lot of charts where I count from nothing to a plan, and a lot of examples on how to approach the chart and how to put it into folders, and you know, all that stuff. That's like gold and the private Elliott wave channel. But purely learning Elliott waves, I mean, you'll find it on my YouTube channel. It's the playlist. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ned Borowski. I'm new to the group, and following Koen has been great experience over the past month. Plus, kudos to Koen. He's a smart dude. Thank you, Ned. I appreciate it. Yo, guys, don't put too many feathers in my ass, right? But Ned, thanks for the kind words. Happy to have you here for the past month plus as well. And yeah, hopefully you're going to enjoy your stay, enjoy your time, learn a thing or two in the meantime as well. And yeah, as always, what I say in my videos is hopefully the content is helpful and valuable in some way. The news is probably about the Federal Reserve minutes and Powell presentation afterwards. Yeah, so the minutes are at 8. And now we had the non-farm payroll revision at this, no, this is 50 minutes before, actually now, so at 4 p.m. Central European time, which is 5 minutes ago. I do wonder, guys, so tonight we have at 8 p.m. the FOMC minutes, right? Do you expect volatility or not? Because based on what you guys say, I might think about going live for 30 min or an hour, I don't know. But what happens? So I'm not a fundamental guy. What happens tonight? So at 8 p.m. you have the minutes. Is there anything else? Because minutes is, of course, like they write it, they write down the convo. No, I mean, what I can do is I can at least prepare the live stream just in case. And if we see anything, I'll go live. Always volatility. Yes. Okay, I think we might just go live tonight. Let me check my agenda. Wait. I have my plan. So that would mean that I will not upload a video. Okay. So Martin in Dutch says tonight, following other crypto YouTubers that follow fundamentals, it is seen as a high volatility thing. That's interesting. So, okay, what we're going to do tonight, a couple of hours, is we go live on YouTube just before 8 p.m. Central European time. So that is in a little bit less than 4 hours. I'll be live again. And we're just going to observe that stuff together. Now, mind you, it's going to be a very relaxed live stream. Probably not going to do a lot of Elliott wave analysis. We're just going to observe price together and chat about lots of stuff. And that means I will not upload a video between 6 and 8. I'll just go live just before 8 p.m. It actually works well in my planning as well. So, yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We go live tonight. What's up, Rudy? How are you doing? Following the stream from a tropical rural place in Thailand, visiting family. You have family in Thailand? Yo. Have a good holiday, I suppose, and a nice family visit as well. Enjoy your time in Thailand, man. I've only been there once. And it wasn't even for holiday, it was for work. But enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Very nice. Just look at the last candle. Clear indication of what's coming. Someone wrote just now here about the 30 minutes. Someone said, is it bearish or bullish? What was it? Maybe I'm blind. I don't know. Yeah. Just look at a clear indication of what is coming. Yeah, nice move up. But this was, of course, from an Elliott wave point of view. So this is like where Elliott waves is very strong. And yesterday I spoke a lot about if you see a range forming or another high is formed, the only thing you have to look for is this an impulse down or is it a double 1-2 down, or a diagonal down? If it's none of these, it's likely a three-wave structure. So earlier in the live stream, of course, you saw me talk about this. And is this an impulse down? Well, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not an impulse, right? Is this a multi 1-2 down? 1, 2, 1, 2, or sorry, well, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 is too high, and we took the high here. So that invalidates it. And they have a single impulse, right, of course, as well. 1, 2, and then, or sorry, and this is 1 flat in 2, but then your C is very long. It's not a clear 5-wave C, as mentioned, and yeah, it's just lower probabilities. And they have a diagonal, but we didn't get a diagonal. So, as mentioned, higher to have a three-wave structure. Now, you don't have to really know what it then is in a lot of detail. It's just that the probabilities are higher to then take the high. So I spoke about it yesterday, but yesterday I spoke about it on a 1 hour, 4 hour time frame. But you can find the same stuff on the 15, on the 30, on the daily. It's just all the same. So, is this vertical line theory? What's up, Transpro? Coming in with the funds, no? Tino van Treden, bizar. 48. What do you mean with 48? That this 48? I'll be live tonight, Martin. Yeah, I'll be live. I'll make sure to check it out. Normally, it's only the recap of the last decision already, yet people are hoping for additional clues from Powell about future rate cuts. Yeah, his chat is the actual thing to watch, the way he talks. News was non-farm payroll just dropped. I never know what this means. It dropped? What's the goal of it dropping? In half an hour, there are revision of all stocks, so all market will present some volatility. I don't know. What's the relationship between oil and crypto? Is there any? I actually never checked this channel yet, so I would need to check Tino's. Pleasure, Mohib. Thanks for being here as well. I've got an indicator that tracks volatility, and on daily it is high contraction phase. Last time was the 27th of June. I mean, just by observing how long we have gone sideways here, plus how long we have gone sideways here, it definitely increases the chances of the next move being a big one, no? So I wonder what's the that indicator again with the waves going to one another, and then you get an explosive thing. Like, I'm so clueless. I never use that sort of stuff, so I completely forget. 27th of June, 27th of. I'm zooming out way too far. 27th of June. Okay, that was here, but not too much has happened here. I mean, we went down, up, and then down, but it's interesting. What's that indicator, guys? You guys know. Bollinger Bands. Thank you. Let's have a look. I mean, it must be quite contracting, no? Not so much on the daily, but on the 4 hour, it's definitely look how wide it is here at the low, and then how small it becomes once you start ranging. But yeah, I don't really, of course, use this. Here as well, very, very short, very small, and then poof. Actually, during this range, it's been pretty wide. We never got this. It's been pretty wide all along. It's only now. Look how big it is here. Look how big it is, and how small it is now. It's definitely contracting, which increases the chances of volatility from a Bollinger Band point of view, but it's not part of my strategy. I bet there's people here that know a lot more about Bollinger Bands than I do. How you make your dashed line in your Red Web Club? This here is quite simply a, what is this? Horizontal ray that I put somewhere here below 0. I add it. I change the name to minuses. And then, ta-da! And then I can just place it, and then there you go. So that is how to make that happen. Maybe I have to make a short video on YouTube about managing the object tree. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Welcome. I'll be there later, though. You are welcome later today. Should be fun. Checking out what price is gonna do. Cell wall has been removed. Touched. Is that the reaction here, Sam? My wife is Thai. Okay. 48. Okay, so for 48 hours. We will see. Yeah, so I answered this one, right? In the chat. Yeah, I don't really have any clear resistance here, but we are now below the 5-minute order block again. T. Clepson. Okay, Trans Pro is T. Clepson. I see. Yeah, I don't trade Bollinger Bands as well. How clever. I know, it's so easy. I actually get quite a lot of questions about, yo, how do you do this? Oh, it's just a line. But yeah, always feel free to ask. You should request to have subfolders in. That would be nice. Like, it would be nice to categorize folders into bigger folders. So you have it's like a computer. You click on a folder and then you go deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, was a neat trick. Yeah, it's very like for me, managing the object tree. I like to be very structured, very organized. So I really like to have these lines and create sections. And the only way I found, like the only way I can really do it is just do this, like use a horizontal, or you can of course use anything else, but I just use the line, and then just make it some dots. So the bullish CVDs very locally played out. But what's going on now? Let me refresh my chart. I also have to go soon, by the way. The bearish CVDs played out. Local bullish CVDs played out as well. I only want this part of the chart. Quick refresh. And now we have price moving down, some more bullish CVD. Of course, it's quite volatile, so it's good to see price stabilize a little bit before doing anything really. What I would like to see is price to range again. Just go sideways. Quick move up, quick move down. It pretty much gave the whole pump back during the news. Sideways, sideways, maybe a bit of ranging. And if we do look for price to move up, preferably step by step, right? Grinding structure, bullish CVDs, da 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 da. Next thing you know, up. So with a beautiful tree. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, just it's all organized in folders, or in sections and folders. I think if you want to make trading your business, you want to, just like in general, you want to have a neat space, right? A neat working space, and that's what I created for myself here. It's just overview, having a clear overview. Real question is, would you have a 1 2 1 2 1 2 and then tonight, boom, multiple 1 2s? What's happening? 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5. It's definitely the potential for, of course, this to be an impulse again, but again, preferably look for a range of some sort. 60.3. Yeah, we pretty much hit 60.3, almost at least. 26th to 29th, I have an event I have to attend. 11/4 every day. Oh, no problem, maybe a band-aid. No problem, no worries, no worries. Gotta do what you gotta do, no? No problemo. The 786 are here, yeah. What's up, Emmanuel? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here, sir. Also, 2629. Wait a second. Am I even here? So, oh yes, yeah, I'll be home. No, 26 not. I'll still be in the Netherlands on the 26th, and I'll be back at night on the 26th. So this weekend I go to the Grand Prix in Zandvoort, by the way, and that means that on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday there won't be any content because I can't. I'm at the Grand Prix, and I'm with my family as well. So yeah, just so you know, I don't have the opportunity to do anything. And a week later is Monza, and then family of my wife comes over from South Africa, and we're gonna do Monza as well. So that's another weekend. It's the first time that I'll do a double header. Monza is 4 hours drive away, and then after that I'll have enough periods to just be home. Yeah. Hamilton, maybe Lando Norris, BlizzCon. What's up, Bogdan? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. A rocket costume, Guardians of the Galaxy. My friends for my what's that? When I got married, they gave me before, of course, I got married. They gave me a Goku outfit that I had to wear for the day, doing all sorts of activities. Yeah, and that's because I've always watched Dragon Ball back in the day. It's my favorite. Love the news that came out. Yeah, a little bit of volatility. So that's nice. That's nice. The news itself, I don't really have an idea what it means, but I like the volatility. But yeah, guys, it's been a very, very fun little bit of volatility, 1.5 hours. Tonight we will be live. We have news at 8 p.m. Central European Time, which is in 3.5 hours. I will be live just before 8 p.m. on the channel, and there won't be a lot of Elliott wave analysis. It will be more of a chill stream, checking out what's happening on the chart, and depending on what we get, I might update some counts or count lower time frames and that sort of stuff. But let's see where price is going to be by the end of or just before the news. So let's see what the upcoming 3.5 hours is going to give us, and then I'll be live later. So I'll be live in 3.5 hours, 3 hours and 30 minutes, and then we can see what happens. News in 6 minutes. What do you mean? Is there even more coming? I think. What kind of news is coming in 6 minutes? The news that I saw was 24 minutes ago, and the next one is in 3.5 hours. Oh, the oil. But is oil relevant? Is that like a thing compared to crypto? Does it like do anything? I do have to go though. They postponed the news from 24 minutes ago. Oh. Okay, now what? 64K. What's up, Paul? How you doing? Paul, yeah. You wrote that in the Discord group as well. Come on, Bitcoin, do something. Not to crypto, but the general economy. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then because of the general economy, it has an impact on crypto. Because, of course, if it doesn't really have an impact, is anything really happening till Friday? Okay, let's be here for 5 more minutes, and then see if anything happens, and then I gotta go. Okay, so let's be here 5 more minutes till we hit 4:30 p.m. See if anything happens, and then I gotta move. Oh, merch. I do get some questions about it, but that is something when a website is up, and we are working on it. So I just had a second meeting earlier this week, where a company presented their idea and their plan of how, like, the phases to build a website. So we now need to answer them with what we would agree on in phase 1, and then just go. So and then eventually a merch store can be connected to the website. The desk mat cheat sheet. One day would be fun. But yeah, I don't have anything yet. Everything I have and what other people wear is all privately sent. They got it because they either were a moderator or they have done something. They want to give away, that sort of stuff. There's very few people in the world that have Koens gear. But it will eventually come, I guess, because yeah, people ask questions about it. So it should be fun to create something like that. Bro, if we can analyze charts using Elliott waves, yes, make sure to check out 15 minutes into the live stream. Now we just wait 3 more minutes to see if anything happens on the chart. The 886 for wave 2 is hit. Which one do you mean? This is a 0.7. Which 886? What the hell? My used sock. What do you even reply to something like that? I then need to give you a pair of socks because, I can't do anything with one sock that stays here. The hoodie. Yeah. The hoodie is the best out of the 3 I have at the moment. The hoodie is really, really nice. I really enjoy the hoodie. Oil going down means people and companies are broke and cutting down on gasoline. Consequences of that in geopolitical terms. Okay, I see. So that is like a lot of fundamental stuff. What's up, Gregors? Can you guide me how you done these? Oh, look, we got another question. It's the same one. I need to make a video. To get these lines, just select your horizontal ray, right? Go to below 0 on the chart. Put your horizontal ray here. Change the name to whatever you want, but the minuses. And just put it somewhere in the middle, and ta-da! There you go. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I do like, for me, quality is more important than quantity. So if I do something, I want to have it high quality. It should be good. I don't want people to wash it one time and then it breaks. So for me, it's always more important to. I want to have quality. I want to, with my analysis, quality is my priority with content I make and stuff, and like products, the CVD templates. It should be quality always first. So the same is true with merch, and the hoodie and the cap and the t-shirt are great, but yeah, for a merch store, of course, you need to connect it to a platform, and then I got to check the products. But yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun to check it out at least. To 80.95. Don't we all? Gotta love how when oil goes down June. We should do a world merch tour for you, Kun. Send your cap to members around the globe to sign, and it ends back with you. Can put it there in the background. Yeah, that would be sick, eh? That would be sick. Just send it up and down. But then, of course, you need to send two. One for people to keep, and then the other one they send back. And then I have a wall of caps with signatures. That would be fun. Dressing up my room. But yeah, it's simple, stupid. I know, right? I know. Yeah, it's always a funny question. I'll probably just have to make a video about it. How do I set up my object tree? What's up, Delsa Gaming? How you doing, Michael Medina? When are you launching your OnlyFans? I've been thinking about it, and I definitely. There's so much content, so much opportunity. I mean, maybe tonight we go live. Maybe do a little bit of OnlyFans promotion and whatnot. I hope people do realize this is absolute sarcasm. Imagine people are actually going to be serious and be like, yo, this guy. You always have those people. You always have them. Ashley might hear it and get the wrong idea. Oh, I'll just let her watch the live stream. Have you thought about a partnership with Atas? Oh, so I had to reply to you, but I clicked your message. I read your message, and then I couldn't reply at that moment in time. The problem is that once I read it in Discord, you cannot click on the name and be like, make unread again, so that it highlights. So I forgot about it. But the thing is that for crypto, Atas is free. And of course, I use it for crypto, as all of you use it for crypto. So it's free. So I can, of course, have a partnership with Atas. The thing is, it doesn't really support the channel because Atas is free. I can add it to the list. I can check in with Atas and be like, yo, do you guys have is there some benefit or not? But I'll have to ask. It's worth asking. It's worth asking. But Atas is free for people that are in crypto, or if you use it for crypto. But I'll check in with Atas. Yeah, it's a good one. I'll reply to you in Discord as well, out of respect. I forgot about it. Boom, will you support in this weekend this week Grand Prix? I mean, I always like underdogs, really. I like unexpected stuff. And I am Dutch. Of course, Max is racing in the Netherlands. But I don't really care about will Max win or not win. I just want to see a good race. I don't care if it's Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, or even Lance Stroll out of everyone. Just make it a good race. That is what I think is most important. Yeah, that is what I will be looking out for. I don't really support any driver in particular. I don't have any merchandise of any team. I just want to have a good race. I'm a fan of the sport more than one particular driver. Could teach Elliott ways. Interesting way of teaching. At least probably reach a lot more subscribers in a shorter amount of time. I know you probably won't check this until later, but I've posted a screenshot of an Elliott wave completed first wave, and we're in a great low risk entrance for 3 and beyond. Yeah, have a plan, trade the plan. But yeah, I'll check it later indeed. We have waited for oil. It's already been 9 minutes since last time I said, yo, let's wait for 5 minutes to see whatever happens, but literally nothing. So yeah. Do you like MotoGP? I like driving a motorbike, but I've never really got hooked on MotoGP. Yeah, I've never been too involved. It's just when it's on, I like to watch it, but I don't like go and like sit for it, you know. I used to have a Yamaha R10, the Rossi limited edition. R10, R6, lol, R10, I'm living in the future. A Yamaha R6 2010 limited Rossi edition. So it was a replica with Fiat on the side, beautiful bike. And that was the one I had. But I sold it, and I want to have a bike where Ashley can sit in the back, like on the back as well, so we can do tours and stuff together. But that was a fun bike, very fast. Any plans to come to Dubai? Next year, December probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah, have a good day, Tarun. Have a good day. Same TMGL. Yo, Yoshi. Yeah, same in TMGL. I mean, like even in TMGL, like of course, I know many drivers, and it's just fun to follow the competition. Not really like I wish he or he is gonna win, or I don't have a preference for a team. But I gotta say, like Trackmania with their World Championships, I mean, they're every year they're messing around with how it works. Just they make it so difficult for themselves as well. No one has any clue how things work. It's very difficult to follow. Now, if you don't follow the rate like Trackmania very, very closely, you have no clue how it even works, how to qualify, how to do this, how to do that. In the past, it was simple. You just World Championships, ESWC in Paris, and you qualify in 2 ways. And ta-da, yeah, you rock up and you play the event. And now they have like, you got to do this and you score points there and turn. I mean, you know, the game is not big enough to make it that complex. The game is too small. It needs to be simple for people to follow and get hooked to it, you know. If it is too complex and the barrier of entry is too high, people cut off. They're like, oh, whatever. And I'm in that stage. I follow the game, and I look at videos of Spam and Virtual and whatnot because, you know, I like the guys. I know them very well. So, but I don't actually even watch TMGL anymore. I have no idea. It's just, I don't know what they do with all of that. Yeah. I had a chance to be a passenger on an R1. A friend of mine had an R1. He almost hit a pole. And he had to go up he once went on the highway, and he went full throttle, and it was like the bike accelerated so fast he couldn't reach his brake and his clutch with his hand. He couldn't reach forward, so he had to go through the gears, which is of course bad for your gearbox. But yeah, he never did it again. He sold that bike. Yeah, I mean, Trackmania is great. It's such a good game. I mean, I'm biased. I've, of course, played it for 11 years on a pro level, but still, it's such a good game. It's such a easy to start, difficult to be good at. And I think the events in the past, without too much fuzz, maybe I'm nostalgic, but it's just easier. It's just easier back in the day. 1v1v1v1, you know, and you have the best players in the world competing on technical maps and go, you know, like, yeah, like those matches were also incredible. I've had awesome matches. What do you think about the BMW S1K RR? Is this like the new one, or This is like the race version. What's this? Why is there a K? What does the K mean? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I like the BMW 1000RR. I would prefer it in the BMW colors, though. I think the color scheme is quite nice. The thing with the 1000 bikes is that, of course, they are heavier, so it will impact you in the corners. And in the Netherlands, there's not really what I enjoy the most about being on the bike is the acceleration. I don't really care about the top speed too much because you can't really pull it off unless you're in Germany. In the Netherlands, you get fines everywhere you go. So of course, my R6, goes like 280, but the R6 is a little bit lighter. So it's a bit less fuel, easier to navigate through the corners. It's just a better handling bike. Yeah, you got to be careful for sure. Absolutely, yeah. But so I had the R6, and it's a great bike. But now with Ash, I like to look for more of a like a touring type of bike. But I haven't set my mind on any particular one. I like the BMWs, so I might just get a BMW. Be safe, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've now driven a bike for. I've been a biker since. I think like 11 years or something now. Yeah, it's quite a long time now. Rain forecast for Saturday. Yeah, but when I check my rain app, which is a Dutch app, Buienradar, they say that the rain comes after 5 p.m., which would be too late to have any impact on the quality. So hopefully it will change. Let me check now. So Saturday rain. Let's see if it's earlier now. Okay. Oh, it's very mixed now. So some rain at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., but that's not quali yet. Then at 12, but then the whole afternoon between 12 and 5, it's dry, and then it starts raining at 6, and then at 7, 8, 9, and then after 9 it's dry again. So it might just be dry during quali. I actually haven't seen the new Kawasaki though. No, I haven't seen it. Guys, I was planning to go 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, but you guys with the oil news helped me here. Not too much happened with the oil stuff, but tonight we're going to be live, see if anything happens with FOMC. So in 3 hours, about 3 hours and a little bit, I will be live, and we can check what happens on the chart. Can't wait for the merge. Matter of time. It's of course, everything goes so quick. I never expected a channel to grow so quick, and everything happens so fast that a website never, and a merge store was never a thing. But now I kind of need a website as a central hub and do the other stuff. So we're working on it, but it's a bit of it takes a bit of time. They say a website takes about 4 months. Not like it will be online before, but to have a finished product, which is 4 phases. But if phase 1 is finished, it will be online, but it won't have a merge store yet. And then phase 2 finishes, and we add a few things, and then phase 3. So we will have stuff like updating all the time. So, matter of time. So, thanks everyone for being here. I will see you tonight. I'll be live at about 7:50, 7:55 Central European time. So in about 3 hours and 10 minutes to be exact. And then we can observe what price is going to do during the FOMC stuff. So thanks for being here, and I'm going to catch you later.